Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to Today in Bitcoin. Today is March 22nd, 2017. This is home of cryptocurrency straight talk. No fancy setter graphics, just information. Thanks for the Dash and the Litecoin. I've been getting those quite a bit lately, and it shows that there's already a micropayment solution out there. These are small little tips I'm getting, and I appreciate them. So for people who want to deal with micropayments, fast micropayments, use them. I mean, why start a ChinaCoin? What is the point when these things already exist? The solution is there. Starting all this trouble, my God. All right, this week in Bitcoin is Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Tone Vase, Lorian Gamaroth, and Renegade Investor will join me 4 p.m. Eastern Time on Friday. Also, I am proud to announce that tomorrow night, Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, that's 1 a.m. in the morning on in London, and 10 a.m. in Tokyo, where Roger Ver is. 10 a.m. on Friday morning in Tokyo. That's 9 p.m. Thursday night in 24 hours here in New York. I'm in Lisbon. Sorry for the delay, but Roger is going to be on the show. He said that his Twitter DM and his email are being attacked, and that caused some delays in us talking. It doesn't matter. Roger Ver will be on the show at 9 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow, right here, and you can expect a different type of interview with him. It's not going to be a debate. You'll see it. It'll be a typical Adam Meister type of style. You'll like it if you like this channel. Anyway, I forgot to point out when I was talking about the Australian Bitcoin auction yesterday, the two people or two entities that still have 2,000 Bitcoin each that they haven't moved, that a lot of people out there are saying, "Well, there's all these people with old money in Bitcoin and big money in Bitcoin who are selling." And they like, my friend in California told me, or I have some mysterious. Well, here are two specific entities. We know exactly when they purchased it and why they purchased it at an auction, the Australian government auction last year, 2,000 each, combined 4,000 Bitcoin, and it hasn't moved. And that's a sign right there. I mean, that's 0.024% of all the Bitcoin in the world right there. Hasn't moved. We know where it came from. It's old money. It's whatever. We know what it is. It's not an exchange. All right. Adam's Twitter, that's linked to below. I give updates there all day long. If you have questions, check there first. I linked to yesterday's show below. And hello, people in the chat. I will join you guys in the chat after the show. I cannot answer questions now because I can't see you guys. And that's not what this show is about, answering the questions. Anyway, hi, Eric and Tianao and Mr. Somebody was there. I forgot. Anyway, have a strong hand, people. As I said before, Vinny Lingham is very sincere. I know he's controversial. And he posted a new article for the love of Bitcoin. I will link to it below. Always check out that link section below. There's very important links, including my cryptocurrency addresses. But he also said that he is not going to buy back cheap, just to make a point, so people don't think he's a manipulator. He will only buy back at what he sold at, which was around $12.50 apparently. You can read the article. It's good. It's sincere, and you can make up your own mind. All right. There's a link again to the Bitfinex chart that shows the estimated ChinaCoin price, and that's around $295 right now. Someone and this has happened a few times actually. Someone from Vertcoin has sent me a tweet about how Vertcoin wants to implement Segwit, and they're already at 73%, and they need help. So you can check out that tweet below, and if you know how to mine, I guess, or be a Vertcoin node or whatever, you look at it. Maybe you're interested. I think it would be interesting if Segwit gets implemented there. Maybe the Litecoin people will be inspired to do it. I don't know. It's worth a shot. It's we're talking about implementing Segwit. I don't mention altcoins often like that one, but hey, that caught my attention. All right. So there's, we talk about, how about there's a hard fork, and it's kind of this nebulous term. Like there can be different types of hard forks. And I think on the show, on the This Week in Bitcoin show from Friday, I was bringing up this point, and Tone Base said, you could have a clams hard fork. And like clams was some lame, I don't know, I guess it was a hard fork off of Bitcoin. And it basically, they just took the Bitcoin history and started a new coin. And I don't know if the clams did that, but anyone can do that. Anyone can say, I'm having a hard fork. Now, what everybody was worried about, and I guess people are still worried about it, is if these ChinaCoin people get 80% or 95% or whatever the number, they really, an overwhelming amount of the mining power, the hash power, and they have a legitimate claim at saying, well, we're the real Bitcoin. Now we're forking off. Well, okay, that would not be good. But at the same time, they might have to do it with less than 50% or just over 50%. And so less than 50%, it's definitely just like their own altcoin. They're starting off of the Bitcoin chain, and people will just, it'll be the number 3 altcoin, number 2 altcoin, and then who will want to buy it? I don't know. And we'll get into that a little later. Everyone will see that's just some centralized China-controlled coin. It's ridiculous. But if it's over 50%, then it's up to us here to reveal to everyone that it is this centralized Chinese joke, and that the guys behind it, the developers, they keep on making all of these mistakes. So if all these different people are running Bitcoin core nodes, and just if the overwhelming public sentiment, which it clearly is, we are the 95% want Bitcoin core, then it won't be taken seriously. So, run your own Bitcoin core node also. I don't know how to do that. I'm a marketing guy. Use the pound support Segwit hashtag, or hashtag support Segwit. I always say pound. Because, I want you to pound that like button, people. Pound it right now if you like this video, seriously. So if the nodes and the people do not support it, then they can't call it Bitcoin. Then no one can call it Bitcoin. And they can fork away and have their own little altcoin. So how will this ChinaCoin scenario play out? What do I foresee? Well, who is going to, if they don't get the 95%, if they don't have a legitimate claim to being the real Bitcoin, and everyone's against them, the nodes are against them, and it's just clearly this madman, Jihan, and who knows who's sponsoring him, and just a bunch of Chinese miners revolting. Who will use it? Who will want to use that? It's speculative at best, and I would say that again, Bitcoin will do Segwit if they leave, okay? And uncertainty will be gone in the real Bitcoin. So let's say that it goes, if there's a split, okay? And immediately Bitcoin is worth $700 and ChinaCoin is worth $300, as Bitfinex basically shows right now. I don't think it'll be $300 for long. It's not technically sound. I'd sell a lot of my $300 ChinaCoin so I can buy up Bitcoin. I would trade in my ChinaCoin for Bitcoin pretty soon after. Not all of it, but quite a bit of it, because I want to get free Bitcoin. I want the real Bitcoin. So Bitcoin could recover to above $1,000 quite quickly, actually. And then basically you have a lot of free Bitcoin. And it's a serious question. Who will be buying ChinaCoin with Bitcoin besides Roger Ver and his friends? They're good. They are going to dump their Bitcoin, it appears, for this ChinaCoin. At least they're saying it. And they have to say that. You can't, that's another thing to take into account. They could be totally bluffing. I mean, they have to make it seem like this is going to be a legitimate coin. I mean, but otherwise, who will be buying their ChinaCoin with Bitcoin and dollars? I mean, we're all going to get free ChinaCoin. So I think they'll be like, okay, some people are like, okay, I want to keep it. Okay, fine. You want to keep it, you want to keep it. But would you spend your hard-earned dollars on this thing? And it appears that Coinbase might not even let you buy ChinaCoin, which is great. I support that wholeheartedly. So that's like a dollar on-ramp right there that might not even exist. I mean, they said if your Bitcoin's at GDAX, you might not even be getting ChinaCoin. So you might not even be able to sell ChinaCoin there. So, I mean, these are serious things to take into consideration, not minor things. I mean, would you trade your Ethereum for ChinaCoin? Would you do that? I mean, I wouldn't do that. I mean, would you trade your Dash for ChinaCoin? I mean, these are very reasonable questions that you would think that the China team, that make the China team pause before forking. I mean, I would assume that they're going for the whole thing here, that they want to convince every single miner to be on their team and be at 80% and just try to be the real Bitcoin. But still, if they don't have public sentiment on their side, and there's a lot of this is marketing. I mean, Roger Ver owns Bitcoin.com, so that's going to be big. And the wild card in this is this Jihan guy. Maybe we should call him Jihad. I keep calling him Jihad. I mean, is he crazy or bitter or blinded by dishonor? I mean, he said attacking the Bitcoin chain is something that he would consider. I mean, there's some tweak going on. I mean, and that is just not cool, man. I mean, that's whoa. I mean, I don't know the technicalities behind that type of thing. So uncertainty lies there, unfortunately. I mean, does he have enough mining power to take down Bitcoin after a certain point? I am not a technical expert. I would hope that the core people are ready for such a thing to counter such a threat. But I believe that if he starts to make those type of threats again, legitimately, it says, I'm going to take out Bitcoin, that every exchange on this planet should refuse to sell ChinaCoin then. Shouldn't let them dump their Bitcoin then. And there should be checks and balances. It's a free market. If people don't like what the dictator of ChinaCoin is doing, they should refuse to do business with ChinaCoin, and we should pressure them. So if these threats continue, then we should make our own threats. We should organize boycotts against these mysterious Chinese people who may be supported by the People's Republic of China. Anyway, Laura Shin had some new article out. I didn't even link to it below, but it's kind of a scare piece. And she's a big mainstream writer for Forbes, and she's a smart woman, I guess. And there are going to be more pieces like this. There are going to be more scare pieces like this that could hurt the price of Bitcoin. I mean, so get used to it. Get used to it. I mean, we do have to get used to the fact that this Jihan is not a stable individual either, and that they could cause a lot of uncertainty. And I guess I should bring this up to Roger tomorrow. And that the price could drop quite a bit beforehand, and all sorts of craziness could happen. So Ethereum Classic is still, it's around $2.40. Another thing that I forgot to mention yesterday about that is that traditionally it's around 10% of the price of Ethereum. And, Ethereum is over $40 now. So maybe some of the speculators are speculating that it could go up to $4, 10% of the Ethereum. Maybe that's what's driving it. Roger Ver, there's a link to how he confirms he'll sell his Bitcoin and some 130,000 Bitcoin trade deal. I don't know. Of course he's going to say that again. But people are talking about it, so I linked to it. Thomas of the Bitcoin group, he interviewed Roger Ver, and in it, he said something that's very interesting. He said, but maybe this fork thing will become a new trend in altcoins. And I thought about that, and I thought, well, maybe if they do actually create this ChinaCoin as the number 3 or number 2 altcoin out there, because all it will be is an altcoin, that other people will be like, well, maybe I should get a bunch of rich guys together with a lot of marketing skill and say, we don't like Litecoin number 1. I'm just picking a Litecoin here. We want to produce Litecoin 2. So join us. We're going to fork it and cause a lot of trouble over there and make their own Litecoin. I mean, maybe that's going to be a new trend or something, like wars in altcoins to do forks, or maybe peaceful forks like that. I don't know. That's something to think about. Let's see how this ChinaCoin experiment goes, and if they actually go through with it. And speaking about them actually going through with it, I have a tweet from Andreas Antonopoulos. I think there's a less than 10% chance of a hard fork anytime soon. I might be wrong, of course, but I'm not worried. Honey Badger will survive. Well, that's nice to know, Andreas. Thank you. And then he has another tweet out there. Even if I supported a hard fork, and then he uses the term that I won't use, I'll call it ChinaCoin, isn't production ready. It's not a political opinion, but a technical observation. And Andreas is a smart guy. So, hey, finally, I'll leave you with a link to a Fox Business article. Americans are dying with an average of $62,000 in debt. And a lot of that is mortgage debt. I think 12,000 is other stuff. Like, I guess 50,000 is mortgage debt then. But a lot of it's student loan, a lot of it's card loan. And even when you're dead, they will go through your assets and sell all your assets to get what you owe them. They will hurt your family. So my point in saying this is that Americans are really in debt, man. $62,000 in debt when you die? Come on, people. Don't be like that. Join the Bitcoin world. Become a saver again. Stop buying all these things. Don't go to worthless colleges where you learn nothing and then become a pizza person or something. And when I mean pizza person, you're not even a pizza delivery guy. You're just sitting there waiting for the pizza to come. And you shouldn't even be buying pizza when you're already morbidly obese and have no job. You should be making your own healthy food. You shouldn't be eating out. Anyway, so that's the show for today. That's Today in Bitcoin. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Tomorrow, Roger Ver on this very channel at 9 p.m. Hey, if he doesn't show up, it's on him. I'm Adam Meister. I will chat with you now. Bye.